Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. We start the show this week with an update regarding the storm that hit us on June 29th. The county had started a special storm tree debris pickup. The Department of Transportation will provide the collection on county-maintained roads following the snowplow routes. Crews will be picking up tree debris that is located within county right-of-way. Thus far, 22,000 tons of processed debris has been hauled to facilities.
Our crews are being deployed in the 217 plow routes throughout the county. And although we plan on hitting all 217 routes, we can't start them all at the same time. So we'll progressively go through them and pick up the debris that has been damaged, the tree debris that's been damaged by the storm. And that's pretty much all we're picking up. If there's any fences or sheds or roofs that have been damaged, don't mix those up with the debris because we're not going to pick it up. Our crews will just pass over a pile that has mixed debris in it.
Over 200 employees, 40 road contractors, and 60 tree contractors are working 12-hour shifts. It is estimated that the entire cleanup will take several weeks. After the storm, many county residents were without power for up to a week, and hundreds of traffic signals were out of operation. County Council will hold a PEPCO debriefing next week to go over the utility company's performance following the massive storm. Susan Kennedy has more on this story. Susan?
Lorna, once again, PEPCO is the topic of discussion here at the council, and once again, the words are harsh.
Thank you. Thank you.
At his weekly press conference, Mr. Berliner wasted no time in his criticism of the utility company, saying residents are beyond angry.
Enough is enough. Our citizens have had enough. And while this was a big storm and outages are to be expected, PEPCO's performance on every level was unacceptable. The length of the outages, the appalling communications, the computer glitches and data distortions, the list can go on and on.
Mr. Berliner says there is no issue more important than reliable electric power and that county residents have not had it for far too long. This latest storm left residents and businesses in the dark and sweltering heat for days on end. The County Council will hold a debriefing on PEPCO's response to the storm next week. In the meantime, Berliner says he wants to see PEPCO attend to its many issues now.
First, we need accountability, real accountability, no slap on the wrists. We need our Public Service Commission to hold PEPCO's feet to the fire. Assuming the Commission concludes that PEPCO's performance does not measure up, and it's hard to see how they could conclude otherwise, then the consequences have to be real.
Immediate fixes like hiring more linemen and updating their computer system are some of Mr. Berliner's suggestions. In the long term, becoming less dependent on PEPCO should also be considered.
We cannot be dependent on this centralized monopoly utility who has performed so badly.
I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Asking to evaluate changes needed for regulated energy companies, Executive Leggett, along with the county executives from Prince George's, Howard, Hartford, Anne Arundel, and Baltimore counties, sent a letter to the chairman of the Maryland Public Service Commission requesting performance improvement from companies during emergencies.
In my opinion, this is a game changer because in the past, the challenges dealing with PEPCO have been viewed essentially as a Montgomery County problem. And we have not had the support of neighboring jurisdictions of the rest of the state when we wanted concerted actions against PEPCO and to go to the Public Service Commission to get the kind of response that we think that we needed in order to get the compliance. Now we have all of the major jurisdictions throughout the entire state of Maryland speaking with one voice, saying to the Public Service Commission, we need to make these changes. And so to me, this is a game changer that will help us in Annapolis, help us with the Public Service Commission, because it's no longer just Montgomery County. Although we've been hit disproportionately compared to other jurisdictions, it is now a state of Maryland challenge.
The county executives complained that local governments sought to dispatch personnel, including firefighters, to check on residents in distress and that the companies would not disclose this data to provide support in these areas. They also questioned whether staffing levels at Maryland utility companies are sufficient to prepare for and handle weather emergencies, and if the company's preventive tree and vegetation removal programs are adequate. Storm emergencies certainly had a direct impact on the fire department. They handled over 2,000 emergency calls in a 48-hour period. Here's Fire Chief Richard Bowers.
The types of incidents we ran were structure fires, a lot of trees on houses, and unfortunately we did have the loss of life of one resident here in the county as a result of a tree going into the house. A lot of wires down calls, obviously. And then eventually as the severe storm passed and then the days went on without power for a lot of the residents, we started to respond to a lot of CO, carbon monoxide poisoning calls, simply because people were not using ventilation for generators, portable generators, that may have been hooked up to supply the house with power. Some real basic things that every resident can do here in Montgomery County and business. The bottom line is have some provisions ready. Number one, have a flashlight and a backup flashlight as well as batteries. Have a generator if at all possible, if you can have one. Water, you got to make sure you hydrate and have plenty of water available. And then of course light clothing, and one of the other things that we stress and I stress as the fire chief is neighbors helping neighbors.
When we come back, an interview with a Rockville Council member who just returned from China. And we get an update from the Transportation Department. We'll be right back. Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Over the years, Rockville has honored its commitment to its sister city in Pinburg, Germany, and it's now turning its attention to forming a new relationship in China. According to the 2010 census, 1/3 of Rockville's population is foreign-born, 50% of which are of Asian descent.
There's a big world out there. We have to know how we fit into that world, and this is a great way of doing it.
That was Councilmember Mark Pershala's thoughts on his recent trip to Jiaxing, China. The trip was meant to strengthen ties with Rockville's potential new sister city.
Both of us are looking to be part of the world and to be part of the world economy. And we are looking to extend ourselves outside of our own borders. We are looking for prosperity. We're looking for cooperation. We're looking for ways to come together.
The trip was an opportunity for Rockville to experience Chinese culture, interact with leaders, and build a strong formal relationship with Jiaxing, China, something Pershala knows will take time.
The Chinese treat it more formally, more at a governmental level, more at a business level. The exchanges are an essential part of it. They're talking cultural exchanges, educational exchanges, but it's going to be a several-year get-to-know-you process.
Rockville has had a sister city relationship with Pinburg, Germany for over 55 years, but adding a new sister city will only benefit the city.
Well, I think looking to China is really, it diversifies us greatly. You know, it's Asian culture, it's a different kind of economy, different kind of government. But these sister cities, they make us look outward. We are so inward looking sometimes.
Chief of Planning Jim Wasilek also had the opportunity to visit China on this sister city trip. Here's what he had to say about the visit.
It was very interesting to hear the different perspectives from the other jurisdictions and the issues that they're dealing with. A lot of things in common. How to keep your identity as a community, but also foster economic development and growth so that you can do the things you want to do as a community.
Before Jiaxing can become an official sister city, there will be more cultural exchanges between the two cities. Keep it on Rockville 11 for more updates. And for more information on the Sister City program, go online to rocknet.org/community/sister cities.
Now imagine if your home was one of the last ones to get the electrical service restored. Well, some Rockville residents were still living without electricity a week after the storm. And they complained that this happens to them every time. MCM's Sonia Burke has a story. Sonia?
I'm on Chesterfield Road in Rockville, where residents have been living for 7 long, hot days with no electricity.
The generator is running at this house in the Manor Park neighborhood, where residents have been suffering through a summer heat wave.
We're just really frustrated that it's taken so long to get power back.
Living without power for days is nothing new to this neighborhood, which has experienced multi-day outages following other storms too.
We pay the same rate everybody else does, and I don't understand why this is a neighborhood. This is not a single house. It's not a farm. We're in a community here which all the houses are out, and it's ridiculous.
I've been on this street for almost 30 years, and I've watched the repair time increase over 30 years.
During our interview, power crews from Louisiana arrived to help with the downed wire and to restore electrical power.
We never see PEPCO here. We never see the first responders. I'm assuming they're a first responder. We always see people from outside the area, and that's why it takes 3 or 4 days usually to see people. It just takes a long time. I don't see PEPCO trucks.
We love the workers, the people who've repaired the telephones and the people who've repaired the electrical lines. They're the greatest. It's really the management who's not cooperating and not improving things.
And residents have questions for PEPCO's top managers.
I want to know how many linemen they have. I want to know how many trucks they have now. I want to know how many trucks they had 10 years ago. I want to know what their criteria is for determining what homes get service first. We apparently are on the tail end always. I want to know why.
Well, if they're not going to hire more technicians, which they definitely need, they don't need more tree trimmers, they need more people to do repair, then I think they need to change the rates for the people who are repaired last.
The power was restored late in the day on July 6, nearly 1 week after the storms hit the Chesterfield Road area, and cooling down was a top priority for many residents.
I am going to turn on the air conditioning and lie down.
In Rockville, I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
Here's Tom Pogue from the county's Department of Transportation with an update on how DOT functions during power outages and storm cleanup. Tom?
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. This summer's June 29th storm wreaked havoc on the county's infrastructure and tested many of MCDOT's latest innovations designed to improve service and customer information. Highway Services sprang into action to clear blocked roads, but some streets remained closed for several days until PEPCO could remove entangled power lines. Highway's new storm operations map listed closed roads for anyone who could get on the web, and their new TomTom GPS navigators helped crew members conduct neighborhood sweeps. Another DOT operation that was severely tested was our traffic signal system. Even though more than half of the county's 800 traffic signals lost power, the newly modernized system, due to its decentralized nature, was able to continue to function while power was restored. Battery backups, recently installed on 125 signals, kept them going for an additional 8 hours. As always, for information during inclement weather, go to our website at montgomerycountymd.gov/MCDOT. We're working to keep you moving safely.
When we come back, the controversial construction of a COSTCO gas station at Wheaton Mall gets discussed at County Council. And dozens of Hispanic parents meet at Montgomery College. We'll tell you why. We'll be right back. Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Members of the Council's Planning, Housing, and Economic Development have wrapped up a work session that deals with a proposed mega gas station at the Wheaton COSTCO. Several council members have proposed a zoning text amendment that would add standards to the Board of Appeals approval process for gas stations, specifically those that are proposed near schools, parks, playgrounds, and hospitals.
I felt very strongly about it before the public hearing, but after I heard from parents and teachers from the school, Stephen Knowles, that takes care of very sick children as it is, within, a few hundred feet of a mega gas station, I do believe that we do have to uphold the public's trust in us. And as a mom and a grandmother myself, if it were my school, I would be fighting very hard to make sure the council listened to what these folks who live nearest to this gas station have to say.
We have to really do what's best for both the environment and for our constituency in terms of public safety and public health, but we also have to weigh in what's going to be best for our economic development opportunities as well. That needs to be a part of this discussion. And so these are decisions that we're going to make that are going to affect what happens from gas stations here on out, not just about COSTCO. And I think that that's extremely important. And that's why I have pause in terms of really making sure that we're setting forth the right kinds of methodologies moving forward.
Dozens of Hispanic parents gather at Montgomery College to learn more about kids' activities and opportunities at the college.
The event started with host of radio show Mi Escuela y Su Escuela, Gloria Bonilla, talking about the importance of the parents' role on their kids' education.
It is very important that you as parents start to learn more about the process that your children will have to go through to finish their high school education and apply to college. Having good grades is very important to get scholarships and help them to apply at any institution they desire.
After the advice, it was time for the parents to learn about the youth program offered for kids and teens.
We have programs for kids all year round. For example, we have piano classes for elementary school kids. We also have a program called Kids College, which is an aftercare program offered during the week and on Saturdays.
Mexican-American songwriter Sandra Velázquez, who founded Pistolera Band in Muna Luna, was invited to share her experience and to talk about the role that education played in her life.
All of the opportunities that I've had in my career were because of the school. It was because I kept studying. In the end, what you want is to have options.
She also explained the importance of being bilingual.
To be bilingual. I can't tell you how much help it was for me to be bilingual. In my band, for example, I sing in Muna Luna in English and in Spanish, and in Pistolera in Spanish. We can go all over the world and communicate.
Many Hispanic families don't have the chance to send their kids off to college. Montgomery College wants to encourage them.
Montgomery College is open to everybody, and that's what we wanted to show our families, that Montgomery College is open for everybody, and everybody that has a dream, they can fulfill it if they really, work for it.
For County Report this week, I'm Danielle Wisteski.
For some kids, summer is an educational opportunity. Thousands of students are engaged in learning thanks to the MCPS Regional High School Summer School Program. Here's the story from MCPS.
Criminal or civil. Summer school is in session at MCPS. For some, summer school programs provide students with a second chance for academic success. And for others, it's a great opportunity to get ahead in their coursework.
Summer school is not only a great way for students to pass a class, they also have the opportunity to take an advanced class. The compacted curriculum of summer school helps them stay focused.
MCPS offers regional high school summer school programs at 4 high schools in the county, including Northwood High School in Silver Spring, where more than 800 students are registered for summer courses.
It does still deal with this case, and that's a precedent. That's the example.
I'm here today because I'm trying to get ahead of my classes next year, so I'm just taking this class so that I wouldn't have a lot of classes next year.
Students can take a variety of courses during summer school, from algebra to college and career research and development. Summer school teachers view each course as an opportunity to keep students engaged and learning over the long summer break.
I think that's one of the best things about summer school. It keeps your brain working and doesn't allow some of the concepts to leave your mind.
And the students couldn't agree more.
I really enjoy summer school because my teacher is really nice. My classmates are already there for me. When I need help, they'll always help me, and I'm learning a lot in class.
In addition to Northwood High School, summer school courses are offered at Bethesda Chevy Chase, Winston, Churchill, and Clarksburg High School. Session 2 of the program will run from July 17th through August 3rd. We would like to take this opportunity to clarify some information that was given last week regarding the camp at Springbrook High School. It was mentioned that the teachers were volunteers and that it was a cost-free camp. However, the students had to pay a fee and the teachers were not volunteers. When we come back, the heat gets cooled off at Gaithersburg Water Park with record-setting attendance. And we'll tell you where you can enjoy a free outdoor concert. We'll be back.
Now's the time to register for Montgomery College's fall semester classes to get the classes you want when you want them. Choose from more than 130 majors and programs offered at our campus locations and online. You can register today at any of our 3 campuses or online. MC has earned the Workplace Excellence Seal of Approval, the Health and Wellness Trailblazer Award, and the Eco Leadership Award from the Alliance for Workplace Excellence, an organization that recognizes excellent places to work. MC is one of 18 organizations who won all 3 awards. Sign up for Montgomery College Alert today. Receive college closing, delay, and emergency information via text message and email. The service also sends important information about Montgomery County weather and traffic events. For more information about the endless possibilities at your community college, visit our website.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. With temperatures reaching the 100-degree mark, the Gaithersburg Water Park on South Frederick Avenue has become a popular destination for people trying to beat the sweltering heat this summer. Here's the story.
They are setting attendance records at the water park where people are lining up to splash, swim, and ride the slides on hot summer days.
We've had increased attendance, and I would say almost double what we've had last year. In particular, 4th of July, we had well over 2,500 people and did end up having to stop admission.
The 38-foot tower slide is a favorite with swimmers and staffers.
I like the big slides. The white slide is my favorite because that white and green slide allows for customers to see their way down as well as experience some of the gravity drops.
I like the slides the most. The slide, it's very fast. It shoots you down, and then it goes right up, and then it goes down into the water, and it's really cool.
Recent renovations at the water park include the addition of new slides and a redesign of the splash pool.
The kid place has changed, the slides has changed, there's new materials there. Lots of things have changed.
We're having a great time. We're really excited to see the renovations. This is our 3rd year coming out, and it's really awesome.
The water park is open 7 days a week, and fees top out at $7.25 per person on weekends and holidays. There are discounts for Gaithersburg residents, too.
Keep our fees economical and reasonable. We want our facility to be accessible to the citizens of Gaithersburg and Montgomery County. And we also want to make sure that people are able to enjoy themselves locally without having to spend a fortune.
For more information, visit the water park's website.
This is one of the best water parks I have been to in Maryland.
In Gaithersburg, I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
Now let's go to Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society to meet a lovable cat in our Pet of the Week segment.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society. This handsome little devil is Flannel. As you can see, he's a black and white domestic short hair. He is gorgeous, and I don't know if you can see his stunning green eyes. He's just beautiful, and he's very, very affectionate. He is purring up a storm, and he loves to be sitting on laps. He definitely wants to go home with you because he wants a lap to sit on. This is a lap kitty, aren't you? Flannel can be seen at the shelter. He's about 5 years old, and he was given up by his previous owners. They couldn't take him with them when they left the area, and he definitely wants to get out of the cage. Remember that do not leave your animals outside in the summer. It's getting hot. If it's too hot for you outside, it's too hot for your dog outside. And if you do adopt a cat like Flannel, remember, keep your cats inside. Cats do so much better inside. Domestic cats can live twice as long if they're indoor cats than if they go outside, even occasionally. There's so many things that can happen to them. So try to remember to keep your cats inside and don't take your dogs out in the car when it gets too hot. So give us a call at 240-773-5967 or visit us at the web at mchumane.org because you want to come down here and you want to meet Flannel because he wants to go home with you.
The Wings of Fancy Butterfly exhibit is still in full swing at Brookeside Gardens, but our friends at Brookeside want to teach us how to choose plants that will attract butterflies for our gardens.
Hi, I'm Kathy Stevens, and I'm here at Wings of Fancy, the live butterfly and caterpillar exhibit at Brookeside Gardens. And we just finished planting a butterfly container workshop in an effort to teach people about how to support the entire life cycle of the butterfly. It's very important to have a place for butterflies to lay their eggs. We call these kinds of plants caterpillar food plants. Parsley is the caterpillar food plant for black swallowtails, and monarchs will lay their eggs on this tropical milkweed. By giving butterflies a place to lay their eggs and plants to feed their caterpillars, we'll have lots of caterpillars, which are a very important food source for local songbirds and other insects and wildlife. After the caterpillars accumulate a lot of stored energy and turn into butterflies, they're going to enjoy nectar from the flowers that are also in this container, like this heliotrope, zinnias, lantana, and salvia. So if you come to visit the exhibit, you'll learn about caterpillars and plants and the important role that they play in our environment.
Until August 2nd, Discovery Communications will be presenting Silver Spring Swings, a series of free concerts to take place each Thursday at 7 p.m. on Veterans Plaza at the Silver Spring Civic Center, located at Ellsworth Drive and Fenton Street in downtown Silver Spring. This is a list of the featured performers. With that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for watching.